What's up, Zox fam? We have a ton of stuff to get into. We got the season 1 invasion trailer that just dropped, and I want to touch on some things with Hailey and what I feel like you guys might want to start getting prepared. I'm doing this myself, but let's go ahead and let's jump into this. We're going to dissect this a little bit, and let's see what they cooked. Music is always fire. Yeah, they trying to cook real hard right now. This looks good. I'm looking like we getting some new enemy types for real. Oh man. Okay, squad. Oh, okay, so that's gonna be new, new functions. Okay, cool. That's pretty sick. Dang. They Mary looks so sick. Okay. Dude, Ultimate Freyna is about to go crazy. Oh shoot, they got her over here, Exotic Dancer Freyna. Yo, Exotic Dancer Freyna. Hold on, we gotta back up real quick because I missed that. Dude, Exotic Dancer Freyna. Comment that in the comment section, man. Oh, this boss is gonna be annoying. Oof. Ooh. There's so much in this video. I'm not gonna lie, they cooked really hard. Now, we obviously dissected the first initial teaser trailer that they dropped. I think like for the very beginning portion, we can obviously tell that with the new threats on the horizon, this dude is about to be cooking. And you know what's kind of funny? Like for those of you guys that played Destiny, he kind of gives me that like evil version of Cade. like that's literally the vibe that he gives, which is mad funny to me. But he's obviously cooking up something crazy, so I feel like the story component is going to be pretty insane for this update. But then of course the squad emphasis, it looks like here we obviously got Essimo, we got Luna, we got Glay, and we got Kyle. So what I'm actually hoping is that one, they give Kyle a little bit more TLC, kind of patch him up just a little bit, give him some of the works so that he's good to go for season 1. Essimo, I think, definitely needs a little bit of like a rework to just make his kit more cohesive, and hopefully we see some things coming with him. Luna's obviously great and Glay is great, so I feel like the only thing that they might do, which I know some people are giving feedback on now, is maybe make Luna a little bit easier to use. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, this is a interesting take here where we're going on the story. So it looks like they're kind of going to be leading us with like certain groups from the Descendants into different seasons. So I'm kind of hoping that that ends up being the case. And like with that, we kind of, either get introduced to a new Descendant or we follow an entire different Descendant altogether. So that's probably going to be really sick. Now, the other thing here that they did was it looks like they're actually adding some new game like features or functions, or like, I guess kind of like, I don't want to say like game like modes necessarily, but this looks like these are going to be new things that we'll be able to do outside of like, for example, with the little orbs and they have the immunity and shooting those. This looks like this is going to be mechanics that we'll be able to play into. So this like these color icons. I don't know what this exactly could be other than like you have to stand on certain ones when they light up at certain points. To get to other phases. Like there's a lot of things that this could be. Let me know what you guys think this is actually in the comment section. Now this is definitely a pretty obvious one. This one looks like it's just like you kind of have to shoot whatever that infected stuff is off of that, and that's probably to like power up something for a power supply or something like that. So we'll see what that is when they drop more info on it. But then this dude, this Vulgus, whoever the heck this is, bruh. Like, who is this? Vance is straight up invincibility walking through everything. Like, this is obviously one of those mutated soldier things that they have been like already kind of working on. If you're paying attention to the story, you know what I'm talking about. But it looked like this is a new variant, which is going to be kind of insane. And then, of course, to top it all off, dude, I'm not gonna lie, Hailey looks like really good, right? Obviously, when it comes down to skins and things of that nature, she's going to go absolutely insane. I think that is actually either a new gun or the Enduring Legacy. I can't tell. Now, there's something that I actually want to dive into, and it's the gun on her back. And I want to talk about that for preparation because, again, this is something that I was like screaming immediately that she's going to be good for that, and they confirmed that today. But real quick, they obviously are showing here too. We're gonna be getting like some story component for Freyna, which I think is pretty sick, and that is probably what's going to lead us into seeing how some of the units go into their ultimates. I think this is actually a pretty good idea, just because this is going to allow us to better understand what the ultimate form it really is and how it comes about for each character versus it just being like, you know, hey, we got another form for you. I'm not gonna lie, yo, Exotic Dancer Freyna goes crazy. They straight up, they got all types of fan service going on. I'm stoked. And then of course, this right here, bro, we are already getting our behinds kicked by Gluttony. This is like, bruh, all this twisting, turning, having to shoot up in the air, this is going to be fun. I'm not gonna lie. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be too dope, bro. I live for hard content. I do feel like they do have to find, a way to not over stack gimmicks on a character. I think Gluttony does have a little bit too much on that, but even then, I live for hard gimmicks, hard mechanics. This is going to be a blast, dude. Like, I'm not going to lie. And then you think they did this for no reason? They did this for the butt shots, because they were like, oh, they're going to have to look up. Like, this team is actually really aware of what you guys like. And they did this on purpose, okay? I'm just saying firsthand, they did this on purpose. So, yeah, I feel like all in all, this update's going to go absolutely insane. We have a lot to go off of here. Now, real quick, I want to actually go over to the official Twitter page because with the official Twitter page, they actually confirmed something, which in my head, I was like, okay, this is something that I actually want to invest in. So they obviously go to say Hailey is a ranged dealer that uses an antimatter sniper cannon made of frozen moisture. So we are actually right. It's not a railgun. It is a sniper cannon. Now, the cool thing is, and this is what kind of got my brain ticking, she's possibly going to come out with anywhere from 2 to 4 modules, I would expect, right? Like it can happen. So it says eventually Hailey was tested for her arc factor and our RK factor and was found to have a supercooling RK ability that enables her to drop her body temperature to extreme levels and fire RK clusters instead of bullets. So Hailey left the sniper squad that she had grown so fond of and officially became a descendant. But even as a descendant, she is vowed to keep the legend alive and still reciting the 33rd Sniper Squad's Operation Mantra. Now, the thing that is the big takeaway from here is snipers, okay? Snipers. That is the big takeaway from here. Now, there are 2 snipers in particular that I feel like is definitely a huge thing that you guys want to get ready and start prepping, right? So let's actually go in game real quick. Now, I was actually in the middle of farming, but give me a sec. Let me get my controller real quick so I could do this. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So right now, okay, there are 2 snipers in the game that you want to get ready. The Piercing Light, okay? 1,000%. I'll probably have a video when I get mine finished. I'm currently like leveling it and I got to finish duping it and all that jazz. But then the other one that you guys are going to want to make sure you have, which we already have seen do a crazy amount of damage, is the Afterglow. Okay. Now that was the point or the thing I wanted to point out on her back in the video. They have the Afterglow sword on her back. And if you guys don't understand or know what this does, this hits enemies with the death propagation, which basically what this does is it essentially gives you a max stack of up to 6. Reload time modifiers, 2% weak point damage increases. Reload time modifier increases weak point damage per stack, is also increased as well with each stack that you get. And then on hitting an enemy commander, you get a 15% firearm critical rate. And then on hitting a Colossus, you get 15% critical rate. And then same thing for the piercing light. I think the piercing light is probably going to be a little bit better just in general, like just general usage and just going through content. But and this could also still work on bosses too, though. But on hitting a weak point inflicts dispel on the enemy with a set chance. And this actually, I kind of sort of feel like there's going to be like something we could dispel off of this new boss. So when 2 or more enemies are hit by a single shot, there's a high chance to land a critical hit on enemies while also increasing critical damage and applying this buff to the attack. So the main thing with this is that this is definitely more of the on-field, like fighting multiple enemies, because you get more usage out of hitting, obviously 2 or more enemies, unless you are trying to target ads, but that's kind of, RNG-ish. So I'm preparing these 2 guns in particular because I 1000% feel like the piercing light and the afterglow are going to be absolutely amazing. And the main reason why is because more than likely she's going to have a gun transcendence, if not already innately just being a gun build unit, period. But she's going to have a transcendence that 1000% increases sniper damage. I promise you she is. I'm telling you, she is 1000% going to be insane with snipers and probably just guns, period. But her sniper background immediately makes her, I feel like, a easy candidate for her to be one of the best units with one of what I would argue some of the strongest guns in the entire game. So yeah. That's going to be that. I'm going to end it here, guys. We're going to have some more videos coming. I hope that you guys are extremely hyped like I am. I'm super, super stoked for what's going to be coming. But I wanted to get this out to you guys. Of course, giving you guys my 2 cents on everything with the trailer. But that's going to be that, guys. Everyone, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.